All right, good morning. It is Tuesday. We have the same schedule that we had on Monday. So you can see on this slide that you should be logged in your computer. You should have already taken attendance. If you have not done attendance, please do so ASAP. The morning meeting, excuse me, is not necessarily going to be the morning meeting. It's going to be your SEL lesson, which I had talked about yesterday. You had your Motivational Monday message on Monday, so we didn't have time to do the SEL lesson, so we're going to do that this morning as our morning meeting. Then you will do your math, then reading. You'll move into your reading centers, then you'll do math centers. Remember that recess is early. Lunch is also about 10 minutes early, so you have a little bit longer of a lunch. And then we're going to skip writing and move into science. And then encore is at the end of the day. Okay, I just feel like with writing, it'd be a lot better if we do it when we're on teams. So we will get back on track with writing on Thursday. Remember that there's no school on Wednesday. All right, so it's week 11 of the SEL lessons, which stands for Social Emotional Learning. So this week we will learn how we are the same and how we are different. Sorry, the dogs are growling in the background. We can be the same or different in many ways. We can be the same as a friend because we have the same color of hair, like the same style of clothes, and enjoy the same sports. Or we can be different because our skin colors are lighter or darker. We eat different foods, or we celebrate different holidays. We can be the same or different in the things that we also like to do. I'm going to go ahead and click this link. It's going to bring up a video.
Hi friends, this is Heather Corsello, the school social worker at Odell Elementary and Odell Primary Schools. Today I'm here to talk to you and we can learn all about how we are the same and how we are different. We can be the same or different in many ways. We can be the same as a friend because we have the same hair color, like the same clothes, and enjoy the same sports. Or we can be different because our skin colors are lighter or darker, we eat different foods, or we celebrate different holidays. We can be the same or different in the things we like to do. Sometimes we have a friend who we play football with during recess, and another friend we enjoy spending time with after school listening to music. Regardless of our similarities and differences, we can welcome them all into our lives. When we are the same, we feel connected to others. When we're different, we might feel left out. But how can we feel connected regardless of being the same or different? Let's watch this video about lessons in friendship and love.
Hi, my name is Miriam Alassar. This is my 4th year in Amana Academy School, and this is my first time to give a TED Talk. I will be talking about my idea how to unify the people of this world together, so we can all live peacefully and stop fighting over our differences and focus more on our similarities. It all started one day when I went to the park after school. I didn't have anyone to play with. And then this girl came. She was so quiet and shy. My mom saw her and said, "Why won't you go and talk to that girl? Then you can play together." I thought it was a good idea. Once I went to the girl, asking her if she would like to play with me. She looked at me with her eyes wide open. Suddenly, she seemed confused and stared at me like I was an alien. I stared at her back. Then she said with a foreign accent, "Why are you dressed that way? You look weird." I felt sad because she was judging me on what I was wearing. And so I said to her, "And why are you talking in a weird way?" to pay her back for what she said. The girl now seemed embarrassed of what I said, and I didn't want her to be sad. Maybe I wasn't supposed to pay her back that way. So I got an idea. I told the girl, "I will tell you why I dress this way and tell you a little about myself. And in return, you will tell me why you talk differently and tell me a little about yourself too." Maybe after we understand each other, we could become friends instead of enemies. Then we can play together and have fun. I started explaining that wearing a head cover and long skirts is a dress code for my religion for girls, and I'm a Muslim child. The girl still looked puzzled. Then she said, "What's a Muslim child?" Right away I had a splendid idea. I remembered the poem I always recited when I felt the need to explain myself to others. I read it in my favorite book, which was called Muslim Child when I was 5, and decided to use it in situations like this so it could become handy. I stood in front of the girl and told her, "Listen to this, and hopefully you will accept me as a good friend afterwards. Please, for all of you who want to know what a Muslim child is, allow me to share this with you as well. Muslim child, child of peace, child of war, from a far-off distant shore. What do your black eyes see? My eyes are not only black. Sometimes they are blue as the sky, or green as a tropical sea, or brown as a trunk of a palm tree, and every shade in between. My skin can be black as molasses, or pink as a blush on a rose, as golden as freshly made honey, or dark copper brown as a penny, and every shade in between. I am the richest of rich, and the poorest of poor, as famous can be, a general's child pampered and bored, a soldier's child orphaned by war, and every rank in between. I come from many countries, speaking many languages, but in one set of belief, I believe in Noah, Jesus, Abraham, Muhammad, and Moses, and in God who sent them, and in every messenger in between. So the Muslim child, child of peace, what do your bright eyes see? I see that we're each a piece in the puzzle of humanity. I'll try to understand you if you try to understand me. Now back to my story. Guess what the girl did? She gave me the biggest smile ever and clapped for me and told me I would love to be her friend. Isn't that amazing how just a sincere couple of words full of knowledge can change the whole situation? I told the girl, "Now it's your turn to tell me about yourself. I have to understand you like you understand me now." The girl started to tell her story. "I am from Mexico. We came here for a better chance of life. My dad is a farmer. He tries to support my family by moving from place to place, finding new jobs. We moved to this area last month, and I'm still trying to adjust on my new school. It's just so hard for me to improve my foreign accent that fast. I understand better than I speak, and I don't have a lot of friends to practice speaking with. Maybe if we become friends, you can help me," she said. I felt sad and asked her to forgive me for my ignorance when I made a comment about the way she speaks, and told the girl I would love to be her friend. Now let's go play. I had so much fun playing with her, and I gained a new friend. Please, now, for everyone listening to me, I hope you got the idea. We all have to start fighting ignorance with knowledge, stop picking on each other, overcome our differences. If each one of us start to pass a good book, or a nice coat, give a beautiful speech, or write an inspiring story, hopefully my generation can live in a more peaceful world. We all come from different cultures and backgrounds. The way I dress shouldn't matter how people view me in the world. Instead, we should all be judged by our actions and characters. Thank you for listening.
So friends, what did we learn from this video? What can we do to learn more about friends who are different? Think about some friends in your neighborhood or at school. What can you do to learn more about them, especially if they're different from you? How can we connect and bring others together? So, after answering all those great questions, let's finish by listening to this song about acceptance.
Students, this is a song about how everyone is special. Let's talk about acceptance. Everyone is different, and that's okay. We come in many colors, sizes, and shapes. And just because you are not exactly like me is never a reason for you to be mean. What should we do? We show acceptance. Everywhere we show acceptance. Because we care, we show acceptance. Near and far, accepting others just the way that they are. That's right. You see, sometimes our patience, it can be fading. Our friends can get on our nerves and even be irritating. But we can be accepting, don't you know? Even towards the people who bother us most. What are we gonna do? We show acceptance. Everywhere we show acceptance. Because we care, we show acceptance. Near and far, accepting others just the way that they are. Right on. You see, I could be a boy, or you could be a girl. We could be neighbors, or live in different worlds. But each one of us is special. We're shining stars. We accept everyone just the way that they are. What should we do? We show acceptance. Everywhere we show acceptance. Because we care, we show acceptance. Near and far, accepting others just the way that they are. We show acceptance. Everywhere we show acceptance. Because we care, we show acceptance. Near and far, accepting others just the way that they are. That's right. Accept somebody with open arms today.
Well, friends, thanks so much for working with me today all about ways that we are the same and ways that we are different. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
All right. So now we have a couple class discussion questions to look at. So number 1, what did you learn from the video? Number 2, what can you do to learn more about your friends who are different? And number 3, how can you connect and bring others together? So be thinking about those questions.